2 laps to go. What do you think? Can Skinner hold him off?
I think Mike's going to hold him off. I just don't think they have enough to get by him. And plus, with Skinner on the point, and whenever they do the double file restarts, when they come up there, it gives him that jump. He gets a 4, 5, 6 truck length advantage every time on a restart. And then Ruttman and Butch Miller have to make it up under green, and it's hard to do. I mean, Ruttman is going to be concerned with holding off Miller. Miller's got to get by Ruttman before he can even challenge Skinner. I just don't think they're going to get to Mike. I think the truck's too strong tonight. He has done a terrific job, as his crew chief, Rich Burgess, said, of taking care of the tires, and I think it's going to pay off for him here at the end of the race.
They have some power in that number 3 truck. They have had all season. They had seemingly had a good bit more motor than the field at Phoenix. And always that truck is quick off the corner and is quick on restarts. You'll see right here. Going to be a tough task for Joe Ruttman to see if he can stay with Mike Skinner, because that may be the tail of this race. This restart right here. 21 laps to go.
Mike didn't get quite as big a jump that time. He turned the truck a little sideways there as he went out of second gear. Ruttman was able to stay within a truck length of him, so this might be the telling tale right here.
And Butch Miller has to work his way past Steve Portengay. Can't clear Portengay by turn 3. That'll be tough on Miller and Toby Butler.
Portengay has got to get out of the throttle. They've got to give him a big-time passing flag here. I mean, there's no reason for him to be holding up that traffic like that. He's 14 laps behind.
Yeah, if he was a lap down, fine, race with him. Oh, Miller almost lost it. What a save. It was a Stanley Cup kind of save right there for Butch Miller.
Sure was.
Brought Tusum off the corner, and Ruttman is but 2 car lengths back.
You see Toby Butler is still running fourth. That little slide by Butch there let Toby move right up onto his rear bumper. Butch pulls him off the corner. Again, that's where Butch is the strongest, when they come up right off the corner. His truck's really hooked up. You can see watch Toby pull up on him going into the corner. Butch pulls him about 4 or 5 truck lengths coming off. Good run by both of these guys. Toby Butler's best effort so far of the year. And he expects to do even better next week as they go to Evergreen Speedway. That's his home track.
Former Northwest Tour champ. Did it on tracks like Evergreen and here at Portland.
As you said, 5 wins here at Portland. He's had a lot of wins at his home track at Evergreen. So, you know, if he were going to make a strong showing, it was going to be this week and next.
Mike Bliss out ahead of Jack Sprague there as we look a little further back. And Ron Hornaday. Finally, Butch Miller clears to the inside of Portengay.
Bliss has moved up into 5th now, I guess.
And this is his home racetrack, so that should be no surprise.
But hometown experience coming into play here at the end of the race.
Good run for Jim Smith's Ultra Wheels team. Putting Mike Bliss up into the top 5. Up front, the gap remains the same. So we'll stay right here. There is Ron Hornaday in number 16, Pancho Carter down to the inside. Hornaday trying to put something together to move up on Jack Sprague. There's Jeff Bodine in the picture. He is on the lead lap. Bob Keselowski in the Dodge right between them.
Keselowski and Pancho Carter both are lap trucks, and you see Keselowski move down and let Bodine. That's the way you do it. That's the way you do it. You hit the nail right on the head, Mike. No point in holding those guys up. At some future race, the other guy, the shoe may be on the other foot, and the guy will return the favor to you.
14 to go. Mike Skinner looking for win number 2 and a chance to erase some of Ron Hornaday's point lead. Skinner came in here 4th in the points with 1 victory, 3 top 5 finishes in the 4 starts so far.
The only thing that's held Mike Skinner down has been he finished 27th at Tucson. He had an engine problem. He was up front when that happened. Other than that, he has been one of the 2 or 3 most dominant trucks.
And you see now Jack Sprague has been caught by Ron Hornaday.
Yep.
His truck seems to get quicker in the late going. Hornaday with 2 wins out of the 4 races. Battle for 6th place.
I believe Hornaday's going to take him. Jack's been fading just a little bit the last few laps. He lost the position to Mike Bliss. He's falling back away from Bliss. Truck really bouncing around there getting in the corner. That's going into turn 1, where they say is one of the roughest parts on the racetrack.
Little contact.
Just a little nudge there. down on the grass. There was nowhere else to go. Tried to close the door on him, but Ron was already up too far on him.
Caution waves. Are the trucks still on the racetrack, or are they in the pucker bushes?
I think they just went off of the edge of the grass before you get to the bush. That's an expensive battle, or expensive thing to happen to both of them, because they had 5th and 6th nailed down.
Here comes Sprague. No blackberry juice on his truck.
Hornaday right behind him.
Caution is out with 10 laps to go. We'll take the opportunity to take a quick break here from Portland Speedway. We'll be right back. Here's what happened to bring out this caution flag with 10 to go. Hornaday in 16 on the inside, coming down into the corner, turn 3.
You see Ron make the move already up beside of him. Jack is trying to move down on the racetrack to protect his position. I don't think it's anybody's fault. I think it's just racing. I mean, Hornaday had a right to be on, to make the move, and Jack thought he could close him off. Look at Jack stop right before he hit the bushes there.
Jack did not leave Hornaday much pavement on the inside.
No, and it got Ron's left front tire down on the grass. You could see the truck.
Yep.
It upset the truck. Got him to spinning a little bit. Ron was trying to turn it away. He actually broke loose before he ever made contact with the 31 truck with Sprague.
With the suspension upset, when the truck bounced back up onto the racetrack, it bounced into Sprague.
Exactly.
Racing incident, but not a lot of room down there, looking for the low groove. See if we get the restart this time by. There are just 8 laps to go. I believe they both stayed. Did they both stay on the lead lap? Sprague and Hornaday did, scoring is telling us. So they'll move up in a single file restart. Because we have less than 10 laps to go, 1 to go, they are showing to line them up single file. And here's how it'll sort out. Mike Skinner, the leader. Joe Ruttman in 2nd. Butch Miller in 3rd. Toby Butler in 4th.
Somebody needs to tell the drivers it's single file. That is not single file, folks. We know that.
Well,
that's 3 deep.
I believe they're trying to get the lead lap trucks up ahead of the rest of the field. Now, when they come out of turn 2, they should be settled down in single file order for this restart. That's why the pace truck's going extra slow to give everybody time to get in line, and they are doing that now, almost everybody. So we're about set to go.
To a man.
Still 10 trucks on the lead lap, and there will be 6 laps to go. We will go green this time. Mike Skinner needs one more good, strong restart to save his race. Drops the speed down in turn 4. Here he comes. And he got Ruttman by a car length as they come out.
Truck length.
Yeah. Mike Bliss up to the outside of Toby Porter, thinks better of it, drops back in line.
Yeah, Butler's truck pushed out just a little bit in the corner as he came off. He was able to turn it down. Bliss had been catching him. Catching a guy here, passing him, 2 different things entirely. I think there's only, what, 4 laps to go when they come by this time. Yeah, that's lap 196. So it's going to be tough for anybody to make a clean pass right now. I just don't think there's enough time. But believe me, folks, they're going to try.
I don't think anybody's worried about a clean pass. They're worried about a pass. Butch Miller pulls down on the 2nd place truck of Joe Ruttman right behind Mike Skinner, who has led every lap. The battle here is going to be for 2nd. Ruttman has to abandon his pursuit of the leader. He's got to worry about Butch Miller, and Ruttman is loose coming into the corner.
Well, he did get loose right there, but he was able to gain some ground on Butch. But again, Butch closes the distance up as he comes off the corner. That's what you got to do. I just don't know if he's got enough time, but Butch's going to drive his heart out trying to make that pass.
Rick Corelli loses a spot to Bill Sedgwick as his truck pushes up the track in turn 2. Here they come with 2 laps to go. Mike Bliss is right on Toby Porter. This is the race for 4th.
Well, Butler's been able to hold him off so far, but I tell you, ooh, look at the Butch get sideways there trying to put the pressure on Ruttman. Great battle for 2nd, 3rd, and for 4th and 5th there.
1 to go. Mike Skinner all by himself. Look at the 2 battles on your screen. And it's 2 to go is what the scoreboard says. So off the corner, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th were corrected on the lap count. White flag this time by.
Boy, Butch looked like he wanted to make a move on him right there.
And it's all closing down. Could be 4 trucks under a blanket. White flag for Mike Skinner.
Looks like Skinner's going to pretty much go home unmolested. As I said, nobody's made a move on him all night. Butch Miller's got 2 last shots at Joe Ruttman off, and there you see Bliss trying to put the move on Toby Butler.
Looking high on the outside, back straightaway, final time.
Butch is trying him on the outside, Mike.
Butch Miller goes to work, feints high, looks low, comes up high again. It'll be single file, no change of position. Skinner wins it. Ruttman is 2nd. Toby Butler is third. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Portland Speedway. Mike Skinner is the winner of the Maxx 200. Congratulations. Boy, this truck was a rocket all night. How come it was so strong?
Because I got the best crew out here, I'll tell you. These guys worked real hard, and you know, Will and I, we really concentrated, and Richie and Jesse and all the guys. We didn't put new tires on. We've seen a lot of guys putting new tires on a couple of times, and we ran all our practice on the same tires, and we made sure the truck was fast on old tires, and the thing was really, really super good. But I want to thank GM Goodwrench Service, Snap-on Tools, AC Spark Plugs, Resist All Hats, Maxx Race Cards, and everybody else. Thank you much.
Mike Skinner wins it. Joe Ruttman comes home second. Butch Miller is third. Toby Butler fourth. And Mike Bliss fifth. There's the rest of the top 10. Next Saturday, live doubleheader on TNN. Busch Racing from Loudon, New Hampshire. Buddy and I will be there. Glenn will be at Monroe, Washington with the Super Trucks. So join us next Saturday for lots more live NASCAR action here on TNN. For Ralph Shaheen and